So what's good, TMG fam? It's your boy Ellen. I'm back with another reaction, man. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute. Y'all couldn't wait. I smell it. Y'all couldn't wait to get to Friday to light them grills, man. Y'all couldn't wait. I smell it, bro. I smell the charcoal, the lighter fluid, the meat seasoned up, marinated. All I say is, save your boy a plate. That's all I'm asking, bro. Save me a plate, man. Put it in, wrap it up, whatever you gotta do, man. You know what I mean? Drop in the comment section what y'all menu is for the weekend. I know y'all about to get down. Listen. I couldn't wait either. I already got my red cup. Oh yeah. All right, so listen. While y'all getting set up, we're gonna chill and we're gonna check out what a camera captures in Europe shocked the world. All right, so if you're new, hit that subscribe button, man, and everybody be safe. And let's check this out. Here we go.
The world is full of awe-inspiring places, and if you're trying to find a travel destination, Europe certainly is full of wonderful places to visit. But the world is also full of mysterious things. Books that are said to have been crafted by the devil himself. Haunted castles that will surely send chills down your spine. From the Edinburgh Castle to Dole, Belgium, join us as we take a look at 15 mysterious things in Europe caught on tape. Number 15. Edinburgh Castle. Edinburgh Castle is by far one of Scotland's most iconic landmarks. At least 1 million people visit this place each year with its beautiful architecture and history on display for everyone to see. This castle sits atop an extinct volcano called Arthur's Seat that last erupted around 340 million years ago. Because of its geographical location, it's one of the best defended fortresses in Scottish history. It's the most besieged place in Great Britain, facing hostile...
So when they say, because this is all I heard after they started talking about the volcano doesn't exist anymore, are they saying it could never, how could they say it could never like erupt again? And basically this is what they were saying, right? I don't know, that would make me kind of nervous. And then how long it's been since it last erupted? Yeah. Only thing in my mind would be like any day now. Any day.
Forces 23 times, and each time the fortress stands strong. However, its walls are still shrouded in mystery. It was said that the castle is haunted by the ghost of the lone piper. It was said that a young piper was sent into the tunnels underneath the castle so that people above could map out where they lead to. However, his music abruptly stopped, and the boy was never found again. But even today, people can still hear the eerie and ghostly piping beneath the castle. This isn't the only reason why people think Edinburgh Castle is mysterious. This castle also held nearly 1,000 prisoners throughout history. Back in 1830, a coffin was also found in a hidden chamber in the castle. In it was a skeleton of a newborn baby. People theorized that this baby may have been the real child of Mary Queen of Scots, and that the little prince James VI has been a stand-in. Truly, Edinburgh Castle is a very interesting place to visit, but be careful. After all, its secrets may appear in front of you. Number 14. Hill of Crosses. Just like Christ on the cross, this destination has an...
All right, now this is getting out of hand. I done seen an island of dolls and now a hill of crosses. Look at how many crosses, bro. That's why we can't find none. They all in here.
Endured many things over time. This is the Hill of Crosses located in Lithuania. There are more than 100,000 crucifixes in this location, and there are also other religious icons on the hill. There are dangling rosaries, chimes, photographs and statues of saints, and many more. This place is as eerie as much as it is divine. The vibe it gives off can certainly be creepy, especially when no one really knows the exact origins of the Hill of Crosses. According to legends, there was once a church where the hill now stands. A terrible storm struck the village, and a lightning strike caused the whole church to collapse, claiming the lives of everyone inside. Locals say that you can sometimes see ghost monks having a procession at the foot of the hill at sunrise. Another legend said that in the early 1300s, there was once a wooden castle belonging to the pagan barons of Samogitsia. It was then destroyed by German warrior monks that wanted to Christianize Latvia and Estonia. The Samogitians who survived the purge buried their deceased allies, hence forming the mound which is now the hill. It was said that these monks and the souls of the pagan warriors still roam around the site. However, perhaps the most popular and positive origin of the Hill of Crosses is this. One day, a father dreamed that his sick daughter would be cured if he created a wooden cross and placed it on a nearby hill. He immediately crafted a wooden cross and rushed to the hill. Once he got home, his daughter was alive and well. From then on, many people decided to do the same, hoping that it would grant their wishes. There have been many efforts to level the hill and destroy the site, but until today, it still stands strong. So is the Hill of Crosses a haunted place or a miraculous location? Number 13.
Yeah, you don't know whether it's designed to keep ghosts in, you know what I mean? Or was people following what that dude did to save his daughter's life? I just get an eerie feeling from looking at it.
Catacombs of Paris, France. It seems that all of us have an inkling of morbid curiosity. Sometimes people experience the call of the void and desire something macabre. Well, the Catacombs of Paris, France certainly can satisfy this curiosity. Part of the catacombs are open to the public. Almost 1 mile of this underground tunnel is the final resting place of more than 6 million corpses. Take note that this isn't even the entire catacomb. This means that an entire empire of death is right underneath Paris. These corpses belong to people that have lived and died since the 13th century. As Paris became renowned in Europe, many people have visited, lived, and died in the place. In the late 18th century, officials concluded that the traditional cemeteries are extremely unhygienic and putrid. For so long, the Holy Innocents Cemetery had been the final resting place of the deceased in Paris. It was the oldest and largest cemetery in the place, with corpses piled up on top of each other. In 1780, it was overused and overflowing, and in 1786, the remains of those who have been dead for decades were exhumed and transported to the unused underground quarries that we now know as the catacombs. Many people find the large catacomb creepy, which really isn't surprising, considering that the walls of this tunnel are embedded with the packed bones and skeletons of humans that were once alive. Number 12. Giant's Causeway County. The Giant's Causeway may be Northern Ireland's most popular attraction. Back in 1986, it was declared as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO and was considered a National Nature Reserve in 1987 by the Department of the Environment for Northern Ireland. Now, what makes this location so mysterious? Well, it's the fact that there are hexagonal columns in the location, with the tallest being 39 feet high. There are myths and legends surrounding this location, saying that a mythical giant hunter of the Irish mythology was behind the causeway's existence. Indeed, it's sometimes hard to believe that these beautiful and precise rock formations are created naturally. Number 11. Devil's Bridge. There are dozens of bridges across Europe that have the nickname the Devil's Bridge. However, there's a particular...
Wait. Dozens? Why are there dozens of bridges called the Devil's Bridge? Like, why haven't the city or the government gotten together and tried to get rid of that? That's just not something I think is positive. You know what I mean? The Devil's. Oh, yeah. I live right around the corner from Devil's Bridge. That's how you come over Devil's Bridge and come see me. I'm not coming to see you as soon as you say that. No.
Devil's Bridge located in a park near Gablens in eastern Germany. This unique bridge is shaped like a semicircle, and because of the clear water below it, in the right angle and spot, you'll see a full circle created by the bridge and its reflection. It's a beautiful location, but it's also quite creepy as well. The bridge was said to have been commissioned by a knight way back in the 1860s, and it was built using various stones found around the area. Now, the reason why it was called the Devil's Bridge was because it was so treacherous and dangerous to cross that people claimed that it was built by Satan himself. People say that these bridges may be the passageway to another world, and that may be so. If you ever see one in Europe, feel free to take images, but don't dare to cross it.
I thought he was about to say, feel free to cross it. I was about to say, man, get out of here. I was about to shut the video off.
After all.
But why even leave that up and chance somebody to, you know what I mean, get hurt, die, succumb to that bridge or whatever is, you know what I mean? They should demo that. Get it out of here.
It's extremely dangerous, and you never know what might befall you if you dare cross the bridge. Number 10. Fairy Glen. If you play Assassin's Creed, or if you just live in Europe, then you might already be familiar with the Fairy Glen. This beautiful and mysterious location can be found in Scotland. It looks like a location straight out of a fantasy role-playing game, and the very reason why it's called Fairy Glen in the first place is because it looks like it's been nurtured and built by fairies themselves. Another curious thing about the location is the basalt formation on one of the hills that looks like a ruined and fallen castle from afar, hence earning the name Castle Ewan. People started to have a magical ritual near this castle. It was said that there was a very small cave behind the castle where you can put coins into it to make your wishes come true and give you good luck. They say that a place will become mysterious and magical when people start to believe it actually is. Hence, many tourists that come to this location each year create a ritual of their own while appreciating the beauty of the place. They would often place coins and other offerings in the location to appease the fairies and have some good luck in life. Number 9. Crooked Forest. This is the Crooked Forest, and you'll immediately realize how it got its name once you step foot into the very center of it. This forest near the small town of Grafino in West Pomerania in Poland has some very mysterious trees. Instead of just standing straight upright, some pine trees grow from the base with a 90-degree sharp bend and then curve back straight up. Regardless of the curves, the pine trees here are perfectly well and healthy. There are almost 400 of them in the forest, and while they're oddly shaped, they still provide shade and oxygen. Plus, they attract a lot of tourists. There are many theories as to why these trees are curved. People say that there's a unique gravitational pull in the location. That's why at some point the trees curve northward. But this theory faces a lot of scrutiny because, well, gravity pulls things downward instead of forming a curve. Some people say that trees may have been altered by farmers, while some say that these trees just naturally grow to have a curve. However, no one really knows what happened, as the nearby town of Grafino was abandoned between the early stages of World War II until the 1970s. Number 8. Catacombs of Palermo. The Catacombs of Palermo might satisfy your thirst for history, but it might also frighten you out of your wits. This burial catacomb is located in Palermo, Sicily in southern Italy.
Bro, you can still see their facial expressions. Yo, that's insane. Cheekbone definition, everything.
This location is a bit macabre. In this location, you'll see mummies preserved by dehydrating bodies and placing them on racks of ceramic pipes in the catacombs, and sometimes later washed with vinegar. Some of them are even enclosed in sealed glass cabinets. The catacombs of Palermo have more than 1,000 mummified bodies, some of them perfectly well preserved. One of the mysterious things in this location are the remains of 160 children. No one knows why they're inside the catacomb, and for so long, researchers are trying to find out insights about these children's lifestyles, ages, and the cause of their death. Number 7. Human fish in Slovenia. If you've seen Game of Thrones, then you might be enthusiastic about the possibility of the existence of dragons. If you're fascinated with dragons, then you might love the human fish, or the baby dragons of Slovenia. The name might be quite misleading, but the human fish, also called olm, is actually an aquatic salamander that can only be found in the subterranean part of Europe. These guys eat, sleep, and breathe underwater, and most of them live in the pristine and clean waters of the Dinaric Alps. They have underdeveloped eyes, inner ear, and 4 limbs. They really look like miniature dragons, and it's not the only thing that makes them resemble dragons. Human fish in general have a lifespan of 69 years, but in Slovenia, they can live up to a century. These guys feed on small crabs, worms, snails, and other invertebrates. But even if they aren't able to eat for years, they can still survive. So you must have a new favorite creature, right? Number 6. Bran Castle. Commonly known as Dracula's Castle, the magnificent Bran Castle is known for its very famous residence. Count Dracula is just a creation of the writer Bram Stoker, but regardless, he's still well known all around the world.
If you grew up reading stories, or somebody reading stories to you, or you being in elementary school and them reading stories to you about castle, at some point in your life you wanted to just visit a castle just to say you were inside, embrace the feel, and just feel all of those stories that you heard about as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I the only one, or am I the only one?
Castle has a long history starting from the 12th century. The castle was owned first by the Teutonic Knights, then passed down to the Saxons, the Prince of Transylvania, to Vlad the Impaler, up until Archduchess Elizabeth. Because of its past residents, people say that this castle is actually haunted. Bram Stoker described the castle quite perfectly in it.
Now that I don't deny. It being haunted, I don't deny. I believe it's some things that took place in those castles, fam, that if those walls or those blocks could talk.
His book, even though he never once visited the place in real life. Furthermore, Count Dracula may have been fictional, but it sounded like his character was inspired by its resident, Vlad the Impaler of Wallachia. There was a creepy secret passage found behind an old fireplace inside the castle. But since people discovered it, well, it isn't a secret anymore, right? However, the ghosts and spirits spotted inside the castle still remain. Number 5.
Imagine going down. Wait, let me get to it. Imagine going down that. I'm not, fam. Imagine walking down that. It's like each step is to your doom. No way. Especially being the first person to discover it and then going down there. Yeah.
It's spotted inside the castle still remain. Number 5. Sedlec Ossuary. The Sedlec Ossuary is a Roman Catholic chapel located in Czech Republic. A church is a place of worship, but you just might be too disturbed or distracted to say your prayers while you're inside. Well, it is a chapel, but it's still an ossuary, a place created to store human remains. It's estimated that the ossuary contains between 40 to 70,000 human remains. Most of the bones have been used to form artistic decorations on the walls and ceiling of the church. Ironically, more than 200,000 people visit this attraction annually. And the most eye-catching thing in the ossuary is the enormous bone chandelier, which contains at least one of each bone in the human body. Would you dare visit this ossuary? Number 4. Extra leg? If you're always traveling, Google Maps is quite helpful. However, the Street View option of the site also provides a few interesting and mysterious things to look at. From murderers, escaped prisoners, extraterrestrial life, to some creepy stuff. The Google Map van and satellite surely stumbled upon a few mysterious finds. These two girls were spotted by Redditors in an alley in Split, Croatia, and it seemed like one of them seemed to have a third leg. Both of the women were wearing shorts and tank tops. Of course, some people commented that the woman may have some kind of deformity, but judging by their nonplussed appearance and the next series of photos showing them walking further away, there really isn't anything sinister about the photos. Instead, it was just a photography glitch that created quite an uncanny image. You see, when the Google camera takes a panoramic shot, multiple images are taken and then stitched together, which should have created a seamless view of the place.
I'm pretty sure that lady didn't appreciate that, then. You know what I mean? Don't mess up no picture of me like that.
But sometimes moving objects tend to cause these effects in photos. It seems like the mystery of this photo was short-lived. Before we go on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete.
Wow, I would love to interview her, just to ask her, how did she feel knowing that was her in that picture?
You just leave a like on this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now. And that's it. Try it. Number 3. Codex GIGAS. The Codex GIGAS, or the Book of the Devil, is literally named as the Giant Book. Even today, this book is shrouded in mystery. This book was said to have been created by the devil himself, and it was said that its creation only took one night. For such a big book, it's quite impossible. The origin of the book may be mysterious and unknown, but here are a couple of facts about the book. Researchers verified that the handwriting across the entire book is perfect. No mistakes and no faults. The writer's penmanship is also consistent across the entire book, which suggests that the book has a single creator. There's also a high chance that the person that created the book accomplished it in a single sitting. What do you think? Did the devil really create this book? Number 2. Bog bodies. Bogs are the treasure trove of preserved human remains. Those in Europe in particular have a lot of bodies found inside them. One of the most well-known and well-preserved bog bodies is the Tollen Man, discovered in 1950 by peat diggers in north-central Denmark. This man lived some 2,300 years ago, but judging from his appearance, ignoring the discoloration of his skin and hair, he looked like he perished just a little more than 10 years ago. Many questions surround each discovery. Who killed the Tullen Man? How did you live your life? Who are you? Until we know more, the Tullen Man will remain a mystery. Number 1. Doel, Belgium. Doel is a doomed town in Belgium. For 700 years, Doel stood near Antwerp, and it was even once the home of the family of painter Peter Paul Rubens. But today, Doel is nothing but a ghost town. There were allegedly 20-something people living in Doel this year, instead of the original 1,300 residents. A huge portion of it is still empty and deserted. Houses are covered in graffiti.
But like a good place to play Hunger Games in. You know what I mean?
And aside from the blowing wind, you won't hear any living soul. For so long, the inhabitants put up a fight to save the town, but they ultimately failed. Now, eerily quiet streets and empty shells remain.
Imagine if you had to pass through here to get home at night, coming from work, and you had to walk with no car. Fam, I'd never be big, because I'd be running home every day.
It's quite creepy to walk around its streets. There's a lot of street art to admire, but it looks like a slowly decaying town. As you walk inside, you'll also see warning signs against entering the houses. Have you ever been to Europe? If so, which country did you visit?
Look at all those crosses, man. Like, that's what I was just about to say. The craziest thing in this video was those crosses, and it brought it right back. See how the universe works? Brought it right back to me to see at the end, man. And it got up. Oh, snap. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh, I'm forgetting this thing could slide like that. It got a rainbow going through it. You see that? Now, what does that mean? I don't know. Would y'all go there? Y'all let me know. Would y'all go there? Do y'all have an eerie feeling about that place? Like, I've never seen anything, like I said, other than the Island of Dolls. This takes that by far, because you don't know if it's good or bad. With the Island of Dolls, I just automatically assume bad. Nothing about that screams good to me. But this, you're like, oh, caught in the middle. But anyway, y'all get at me in the comment section, man. This is what a camera captures in Europe. Shocked the world. Y'all get at me and let me know what you think. Leave a like, share the video, subscribe, and stick around and stay tuned. Next one, I'm gone. Peace.